Hi everybody, Coach Steve here. Hope you're having a great day and you are ready for some speed skating fun. Today's workout, we're really going to focus on what we can do to get stronger, faster, powerful for speed skating. And those of you that aren't speed skaters, don't you worry, you're going to benefit from the great lower body and core workout that you're going to get out of today's session. So before we get started, as always, we're going to want to have some water and a towel close by for wiping off our sweat. Also, if you do not have sliders, then you're going to want to have a towel close by to use as a slider if you can. If you do not have either of those things handy, don't worry. I'm going to show you how you can work those exercises just the same. So we've got our sliders, our towel, our water. Mat as well for when we get into our ground sequence, as we are going to do some side planks today. So we're also going to need our agility or speed square. So if you don't have those and you're just joining us for the first time, all you need are some lines on the floor that you can go over. Doesn't have to be there. If you can see it in your head, then that's going to be okay as well. These are just so that I know where my feet are being placed each and every time I pick them up and put them down. Now, before we get started, our exercises today, as I mentioned, are going to be a lot of lower body stuff. So if you have any issues with your knees or ankles, please be careful. Certainly don't want anyone to injure themselves in anything that we do. So always be thinking safety first. So that also means in your space. Let's make certain that you have everything out of your workout area and you've got a nice tidy environment in which to get sweating. So with that being addressed, let's just get right into today's workout. So we're going to start with the lunge with the overhead reach as we've been doing in many of our workouts. So the way that looks from the side is I'm simply going to step forward and I'm going to swing my arms overhead and I'm going to step back and I'm going to reach down at the ground as I do that. So as I go forward, I get a great stretch through all of that anterior chain. And as I step back, I'm going to get a great stretch through that posterior chain and primarily my hamstrings. So let's get started. We're going to do 4 to the left and then 4 to the right. And then we'll move to our next exercise, which is going to be another lunge with a rotational reach. So nice big long reaches. Start with smaller steps and slowly work your way out as you warm up. All right, so here we go. Forward lunge with reach and stepping back. That's 1. And if you're having trouble with your balance as you do these things, let's make certain that your stance is wide. You can see my legs are about shoulder width apart. As soon as I start stepping in front of my foot, it's almost as if I'm on a tightrope and it becomes a little more challenging. So left leg being done, let's go with the right leg now. Oh, I like that stretch so much. And 1 more. It feels so nice. All right, shaking that out. And now we're going to be doing a lateral lunge. So I'm going to take my left foot. I'm going to step to the left. As I do that, I'm going to swing all my body to the left with it. However, I'm going to keep my right foot. I'm not going to pivot. I'm going to keep that flat to the ground because I do that and I reach. I'm going to get a little bit of a twisting, which is just going to start to loosen up that ankle, which is very similar to the ankle position and motion that I would have at the end of my drive phase or push off, if you will. So let's get started. Going to sit down onto that left leg and rotate and 4 to the left, 4 to the right. 2, 3, and 4. Great stuff. Right side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great. Do you feel that you move one way better than the other? Something that I noticed. Pay attention to that. And if you find some sides that work a little bit better than the other, we'll find out how we can make them equal or symmetrical. All right, so now 30 seconds of jogging on the spot. Now that we've got our body limbered up in a few different planes, 30 seconds of nice light jogging. We're going to follow that up with 30 seconds of high knees, followed by 30 seconds of butt kicking. We're going to give you 10 seconds in between for rest. All right, so 30 seconds. Here we go, jogging on the spot. Now, if you have a hallway that you can run on and up and down, go ahead, do that. I'm going to maybe do some circles here. And turn left and turn right. Just looking to get the blood flowing and those ground contacts. All right, shaking it out. 10 seconds, and then we're going to go with our high knees. So nice, proud upper body, head back as we kick those knees up into the sky. All right, let's go. Hope you're all feeling strong as we get warmed up here. And great. Feel the heart rate increasing. Feel those lungs filling up with air. And now we've got our butt kickers. And for 30 seconds, let's go. Now, if you have more time, you can always run this out to a minute if you like, or you could do 5 minutes of jogging and relax. And so you can always, if you have an hour to work out, we'd extend our warm up a little bit more. All right, but today with our half-hour routine, we're going to keep it nice and tight and just keep everything moving forward right through. So let's have a quick drink. And then we're going to get into our routine. All right, so a few of the exercises that we're going to do today are really designed for the speed skater in mind. So the first one being our tuck squat. So we've got our tuck position in speed skating. Now, I'm hoping I get into the right position, but what we're going to do is going to have our hands behind our back, proud chest, and we're just going to bend over at the waist, keep our back nice and flat, and from here, we're just going to go into a squat and come out of our squat. All right, always maintaining that flex forward position or that tuck. Then we're going to follow that up with planks and our sliders. So if you have your sliders, we're going to do a plank, and we're going to take our foot out to the side with the slider and bring it back with the slider. If you don't have the slider, we're just going to have our foot off the ground, or you could drag your foot along the ground, just gently grazing it if you wish. All right, so we're going to do 10 of the tuck squats, and then we've got our plank with our lateral leg swing. That is 10 each as well. That is going to be followed up by our speed ladder or square. So we're going to go with the in, out, out, in, out, out, in. All right, we're going to start with the left side, and then we'll go with the right side. We're going to do 10 each way with that. And then we're going to follow that up with some squat thrusters. It's the bottom end of our burpee. So we're gonna be in our push-up position in a tuck. We're gonna take our leg to the side. We're gonna bring it back in. We're gonna go to the other side. So if I'm face on, you're gonna see that I'm in my tuck. I go to the side, all right? And that is going to be 10 to the left, 10 to the right, and then you're gonna get a rest. So those 4 exercises, and then we're going to start with our muscular endurance set, and I'll catch you up on that. I just wanted to make certain that everybody knew where we're going, give you a quick little extra break here, and we'll get started. So our squat position, tuck. Okay, I'm in my tuck position, my eyes are forward, and let's squat 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Now we've got our sliders, as I mentioned. I'll be on my side here to start. So I'm in my push-up position, shoulders over my wrists, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great work, everybody. Last one. And 10. Great stuff. Moving those out of the way. Starting to feel it get a little warm, are you? And as I was mentioning, we're going to use our ladder or our box. We're going to go out, out, in, 10 times leading with the left. Quick break, 10 times leading with the right. Another break, and then we're going to get into those squat thrusts with the lateral leg drive. All right, so here we go, and go. 1. I'm going to stop. Time out. Stop. Here we go. Leading with the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My apologies, everybody. Shaking that off. I hope that's my only gaffe today. I know I made one the other day. So here we go. Leading with the right. Out, out, in. Let's go. Right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa, shaking it out. All right, we've got those squat thrusts now. As I was mentioning, I think I'll be straight on for this. We're in our plank position to start with our feet tucked. Or our push-up position with our feet tucked in. We're gonna drive them out, in, out. Okay, 10 times each side. Here we go. Left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep those shoulders over your wrists. 9, and 10. Oh, outstanding work. Your time to rest. Quick drink. A little wiping of the sweat. And getting ready for our next exercises. So just allow me to check my notes here. All right, so the first exercise we're going to be doing is going to require our sliders. If you don't have the slider, that is okay. We're focusing on one leg as our control leg. And what's going to happen is we're just going to slide. We're going to push our leg back as we get into our lunge position, if you will, and we're gonna pull it forward. So we're gonna stay in that low position. Again, our tuck even. We're gonna drive that leg back and pull it forward. Drive it back, pull it forward. All right? I'm asking you to go straight back rather than out and back to the side, which would be a more skating move. We really want to just be focusing at this current time on what's happening on this balance leg. So getting low, we got 10 each, and we can have our tuck position if you like. I'll turn sideways for you all. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyone starting to feel that balance leg burn? 8, 9, and 10. Great stuff. Now, I'm hoping that I did not mention how we could do that without. So if I don't have it, again, I just slide my toe forward and back, or when I'm ready, I can just keep into that low tuck, take that leg back and really make that balance leg work. All right, so other leg. Okay, I'm in my tuck. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stay low, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great stuff. Up, shaking that out. Outstanding work, everybody. Now, what we're going to be doing now is our split jumps. So we're going to take advantage of that power that we were just building and control and balance. And now we're going to make it a little springy, bouncy, make it a little more useful, if you will. So we're going to start with our hands on our hips, have one foot in front of the other, and as we jump, we certainly, as we're switching legs, let's not have that knee come all the way down to the ground, all right? No contact with the ground, unnecessary pain, all right? As wide as you want or as tight as you wish. All right, so 5. We're gonna do 2 sets of 5 here. So I've got my lunge. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Great stuff, shaking it out. We've got one more set of that. Oh. So I hope everybody is enjoying this routine. If you have other exercises that you wanted to add in here, by all means, please do. There's so much that we can do, but with the time that we have, I've really wanted to focus on isolating those lower body muscles, core muscles that allow us to really be strong on the ice. So, other side, or my apologies, second set. I'm going to face you for this one straight on, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wow, starting to feel those hamstrings. Anyone else? Shaking it and drinking. Okay, so we're going to continue to stay low, and what we're going to do for this next series is we're going to do a side-to-side tuck squat, if you will. So we're in our tuck position, we got a wide stance, and what we're going to do is we're going to slide over one way, push and slide over the other, All right, and that is 10 to the left, 10 to the right. We're going to follow that up with our side plank. For the side plank today, I want to modify it. We're going to do it from our elbow and our knee, and we're just going to work this top leg for our lateral leg raise. Then we're going to follow that up with skater jumps, which we're going to go side, hold for one, hold for one. All right, hopefully you stay inside of your foot and don't get traveling as I did. And then we're going to close that off with our W's, our T's, and our Y's to loosen up our thoracic spine, shoulders, chest, as we've been in that tuck position for the most of our workout today. All right, so that wide stance, as you can see, I'm just outside of my square. And we're going to get into our tuck position and into our squat, and we're going to stay low the whole time. So we're to the left, slowly switching to the right, and to the left. You want to be able to get your weight all the way over that leg. So if your legs are too wide and you can't get there, bring your feet in a little bit more. Okay, so, and that's 4. All right, 5. 6. 7. 8. Are you feeling the burn being down there so low? And 9. And 1 more each way. Great stuff, everybody. All right, 10. All right, as I was mentioning, we're going to get down. If you have your towel or mat that you'd like to use for your elbow, feel free to grab it. Okay, again, we're going to work our plank off of our knee. Elbow is underneath my shoulder. I can have my hand on my hip so that I'm nice and straight. I'm going to turn my toe down to the ground, and we're going to lift this top leg 10 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. After all of these tuck squats, really feel that in my hip. It's great stuff. I need to do more speed skating workouts, I think. And onto our opposite side. Again, elbow under shoulder, nice and straight, turning that toe down, and here we go. Eyes forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh yeah, I'm gonna feel this tomorrow. And everybody up. As I mentioned, we've got our skater jumps now. So if you like, you can have your hands in your tuck. If you are a skater who likes to have those arms moving, the moving of your arms is going to create more of a balance challenge. So if you wanted to use that, you can certainly add that to the challenge. So as we go from side to side, we're going to hold for 1, okay, 1 second, and 1 second each side. Now, if you have unbelievable control, I'm going to throw a challenge at you. I'm not going to use it today, but the challenge is, because we may not be able to speak to you again regarding these exercises, is that I'm going to go to the side, and I'm going to jump, and I go to the side, and jump. Okay? That's for the challenge. All right? Here we go. So, this is about the balance, not the speed. That's 4. And 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great work. That's enough for that butt today. And I'm going to get our mats out and do our YTW. So I'm going to have my thumbs to the sky. I'm going to go with bent elbows for the W, straight arms for the T, and then nice little YMCA. I know you know your Ys. All right, so I'm down on the ground, hands at my shoulders, and 5 of each. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out to T. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. Now Y, hands out in front, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Outstanding job, everybody. Let's take a drink and get ready for our cool down. So, with all of those exercises really focusing on the lower body today, I hope that you've learned something about yourself in terms of balance, the way that we can challenge ourselves. Obviously use the sliders. I hope I've given you some new ideas for the sliders for your workouts as you move forward. And again, on this journey to the Winter Games. All right, now let's just get into our cool down. I'm going to start with that same lunge sequence, a lot slower this time. 4 each, left and right, and it's going to be that step forward, slowly get into that lunge. I want you to look back at your hands as well so that it creates that big C shape. And then we're going to step backwards and sweep the ground with our hands and feel that big stretch through the posterior chain. And again, that lunge. Great, that's 2. 3, if you want a little bit more hamstring and calf, you can point that toe to the sky. You don't have to if it's a balance challenge for you. And last one. So down and then point that toe. All right, now opposite leg. And I'm hoping you're feeling that through your hamstrings as we step back. And then as we step forward, as I've mentioned earlier, all through that hip flexor. And if I get a really big bend back, start to feel it in my stomach as well. And last one down. Great. All right. Shaking that out. Okay, so our lunge we're going to do, my apologies, got to get up. We're going to do a lateral lunge. And as we do that lateral lunge, we're going to step, rotate, and reach. All right, so 4 times to the left, 4 times to the right. So I'm going to step, reach my hand, rotate and look up. Feel that through your groin, also through your back. That's 1. Step, reach. Great. It's 2. Step, reach. 3. Last one. Great. Opposite side. I got my step. I've got my reach to the opposite side and then my reach back. Great stuff. And again, step, reach, and backwards reach. It's 2. 3. And last one. Oh, and 4. And this is feeling so good to relax after all of this. All right, now we've got our tabletop sequence. Again, being locked into that tuck can be hard on our lower back, our upper back, so just making certain that we loosen that all up. So we're gonna do our cow to cat, if you wish. So we're gonna be, my hands are under my shoulders, knees under hips, and I'm gonna just push my back up and round, tuck my tail, and then I'm going to look up and drop everything to the ground. And that's 1. And 2. 3. And last one. And 4. Outstanding. Now, I'm going to take those towels, mats, whatever you have. We're going to lie on our back. We're going to do a little thing that I've seen called the iron cross. It's not with the gymnastics rings, but it is. We're lying in a cross position, if you will, or a T position. And I'm going to have my palms to the sky. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my right leg across to the left. And as I do so, I'm going to keep my shoulder on the ground and feel stretch through my hip, hamstring, lower back. And I'm going to come back slowly and I'm going to reach the other side around. All right, let's do that 5 times each side. Now, as we just kind of wrap things up here, if there are any questions that you have on today's workout or anything else that we might be able to add to the speed skating routine, please talk to Coach Bilas, and I know that she would be more than happy to share with me what you are all looking for, and I am more than happy to assist. All right, let's go one more, and hopefully you've gotten a little further each and every time there. And now, lastly, we've got my favorite, just the little child's pose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hands out in front. I'm just going to sag all the way back. Just drop down onto my heels. And just feel the ground kind of act as a little bit of traction or resistance as I just feel my low back and my chest and shoulders just get a nice stretch. So again, I was really excited to be able to share today's routine with you, and I hope those of you that are speed skaters really enjoyed our routine today, and those of you that weren't, I hope you had a lot of fun as well. So again, please reach out if you have any questions or ideas on how we can make this a bigger routine for you moving forward. And until I see you all again soon, have a great day. Enjoy